Oh Lord, pull up in that '04, pedal to the metal, says she wanna hit the flow more.
Drake London? The Falcons blew this NFL draft. Then again, if they didn't blow it, they wouldn't be the Atlanta Falcons, correct? First, subscribe to Atlanta Sports Unlimited right here for this great YouTube channel. All the tremendous coverage of Atlanta teams in one spot. And here's the other thing. We are sponsored by Prize Picks. Tremendous fantasy game. You can go over or under up to 2 to 5 players to win big time. Just put in that promotion code right here, ASU, as in Atlanta Sports Unlimited. Plus, I'm the author of this upcoming book called The Real Hank Aaron. Comes out on May 17th. You can pre-order right now on Barnes & Noble and also at Amazon. Now, let's get to the Falcons. And I know, I hear you. A lot of the national media gave the Falcons high marks for this draft. You know why? There's such low expectation for the Falcons. If they do anything, if they can fog up a mirror, it's like thumbs up. But here's the reality. All right? I talk to people, NFL scouts, and at the very best, from the people I talked to, this was a C draft. C as in cat, or just this side of catastrophe. Let's just say average at best. All right, and it comes down to this: 8 draft picks. They kind of fall into, except for maybe 3, into like one of 2 categories. One category is that the Falcons did not get the definitive guy at that particular position. The other category is a project, maybe a huge project. And then the second year for this coaching staff, there's no signs that they're very good at developing players. We'll see, but I mean, it doesn't look that way, okay? The 3 guys that could be okay. Maybe the pass rusher from Penn State. And then who else? Then they got the linebacker from Western Kentucky. Could be a sleeper. Running back from BYU, maybe. I don't know. But the rest of them, let's go back to Drake London. I mean, they picked Drake London with the number 8 pick overall in the NFL draft. And let's start with this. I said right here on the space last week and elsewhere in other media outlets that what the Falcons needed to do with that number 8 pick was to get an offensive lineman. Why? Well, because they've had the worst offensive line in the National Football League for the last 4 years, and because this particular NFL draft was loaded with quality offensive linemen. 18, count it, 18 of these dudes went in the first 3 rounds, including 7 in the first round, but none to the Atlanta Falcons. Yeah, as a matter of fact, right after the Falcons picked at number 8, Seattle picked at number 9, and they got this big old Charles Cross from Mississippi State, left tackle, who's going to be in the National Football League for another dozen years, going to Pro Bowls. He killed me with the Falcons, but I digress. They didn't pick him. And then after that, there were 2 consecutive picks for Ohio State wide receivers. I'll tell you about that, why that's significant. And then Jamison Williams, this stud wide receiver from Alabama, he went after that. So 3 straight picks. The 2 Ohio State guys, the Alabama guy. And you know what? They're all faster and they're all better than Drake London, who is rather slow. He's so slow that the Falcons won't even tell us what his 40 time was because they're just so embarrassed or something. I don't know what it is. Okay? All right, and then let's go to the second round. Must we? Yeah, let's go to the second round. Nakobe Dean. Nakobe Dean! Yeah, Nakobe Dean! Yeah, played at the University of Georgia. I mean, this dude is, he was the Dick Butkus Award winner, which means that he was the best linebacker in the country. And I know, he dropped in the draft because some teams were worried about his knee and his pec. It was injured. But he went to the Philadelphia Eagles. The doctors checked him over and said he's just fine. And the scouts I talked to said that was all overrated. Falcons could have had him in the second round. They didn't get him. They could have had Nakobe Dean. And then think about this. You're talking about a guy who played on this defense, this once-in-a-generation defense that had 5 guys, a record 5 guys taken in the first round. Okay, and Nakobe Dean, the one I'm talking about, the one that the Falcons could have in the second round, that Nakobe Dean, he was the leader of that defense. Yeah, so instead, the Falcons ended up getting this linebacker from Montana State. I mean, yeah, I know he's athletic and yeah, he used to be a quarterback. And he's got great potential, but you know what? Nakobe Dean was right there. Then we go to the third round. All right, third round. They pick a quarterback, Desmond Ridder from Cincinnati. All right. Some scouts question how accurate his arm is. Anyway, they could have got either Desmond Ridder or they could have got Malik Willis. They should have gotten Malik Willis. And I know what you're saying is, well, didn't you say last week on this video that you had a nightmare that the Falcons were going to pick Malik Willis? Yeah, but I had that nightmare they're going to pick him in the first round. He's a first rounder. Third round, yes. Local kid, potential to be Michael Vick without the dog fighting. Yeah, you grab him instead of Desmond Ridder. But, but let's don't lose sight of the fact that the reason all this was necessary or took place in the third round was because the Falcons blew it last year by not going with Justin Fields, instead taking the tight end, and that's had an emotion all these House of Horrors, including sending Matt Ryan, a future Pro Football Hall of Famer, to the Indianapolis Colts for a third-round draft pick. But anyway, but I mean, this could work out. I mean, Drake London could turn out to be Julio Jones. Not really, but I mean, it could be. This linebacker from Montana State. I mean, he was the Big Sky Defensive Player of the Year. He could be the next Keith Brooking. Okay, and then Desmond Ridder. He could beat out Marcus Mariota and start sometime this year. Whoopee! Yeah, that could happen. And maybe the Falcons.
This is my falsetto, wicked potion with the slow pour. This is my addiction, make me wanna go for more. Pale